Today I'm reviewing the ASUS ROG G700 2026 gaming desktop PC with an Intel Core Ultra 7265KF, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5070, 32GB of DDR5 RAM, and a 1TB C4 SSD. If you want to check current pricing or availability, it's linked below. I've been using this machine on my desk for real-world gaming, creative work, and everyday tasks, extended play sessions across a variety of titles, content creation apps running alongside background utilities, and day-to-day workflows. This review reflects how it actually performs rather than just what the specs say. Let's set expectations early. This is not a top-tier, 4K flagship desktop that effortlessly maxes every modern AAA game at native 4K with ultra ray tracing. If that's your sole goal, you're looking at a higher GPU tier entirely. What this setup is built for is strong 1440p gaming, solid performance in creative workflows, and a responsive everyday experience without fighting thermals or bottlenecks. In gaming, the combination of the Core Ultra 7265KF and RTX 5070 feels capable and balanced. Competitive titles like Valorant, Fortnite, Apex Legends, and CS2 run smoothly at high frame rates with high settings without the system feeling strained. More demanding AAA games settle into comfortable performance at high settings on 1440p. You won't see ultra-maxed 4K every time, but it holds very playable frame pacing that feels steady and not just peak benchmark spikes. Performance in creative and productivity tasks also feels solid. Launching apps, switching between heavy browser tabs, and working with moderately large media files feels responsive. Background utilities and communication tools don't noticeably disrupt gameplay or creative workflows. Thermals are always a practical concern with compact towers. In extended gaming sessions or sustained creative workloads, the cooling solution keeps the system stable without sudden thermal throttling. Internal temperatures climb, which is normal given the power draw, but the fans manage heat without erratic or intrusive noise jumps. You hear cooling spin up under load, but it stays steady rather than unpredictable. Memory at 32GB of DDR5 is practical. For modern gaming, multitasking, and creative apps, you have enough headroom that you're rarely pegged at maximum capacity. The 1TB C4 SSD feels responsive for boot times, loading levels, and file transfers. If you have large game libraries or extensive media files, you might eventually add more storage, but out of the box it feels generous for typical use. Build quality is solid and purposeful. Cable management is tidy from the factory, the chassis feels robust, and internal airflow doesn't feel obstructed. Setup was straightforward: plug in, adjust a few BIOS or OS settings if you prefer, and you're ready. Now for limitations. Because the RTX 5070 sits in the mid to upper mid-tier of GPUs, Ultra 4K gaming with maximum ray trace and high-fidelity settings isn't its strongest suit. It's capable, but if 4K Ultra is your benchmark priority, this will require some settings adjustments. That's expected for GPU class, not a flaw in the system. If you prioritize maximum performance per dollar and enjoy building custom rigs, custom-built desktops with similar parts can sometimes shave cost or choose a slightly stronger GPU at the same price point. That's the cost of convenience and warranty backing. Compared to gaming laptops in the same performance bracket, this desktop avoids typical laptop thermal constraints and offers easier cooling and upgrade potential. Compared to compact mini PC solutions, it delivers more headroom and sustained performance without thermal drama. Where this system makes the most sense is for buyers who want strong 1440p gaming performance, value responsive everyday performance and creative headroom, prefer a ready-to-go desktop rather than building themselves, want tidy cable management and efficient cooling out of the box. It's less ideal for someone chasing absolute 4K Ultra benchmarking or maximum performance per dollar at every spec point. Here's the rational evaluation from real use. The ASUS ROG G700 2025 delivers dependable performance across gaming and productivity in a balanced and controlled way. It doesn't claim flagship desktop explosiveness, but where it sits, it handles typical workloads well and stays thermally and acoustically manageable without surprises. Check current pricing below and evaluate it against your needs.